Alright, so thanks for joining today. We're going to do something that's geared specifically towards pickleball, or even tennis players. You used to play tennis? Or even if you don't play pickleball, this will be great for you to do anyways, because what's awesome about pickleball is it provides so much multi-directional movement where you go forward, you take steps back, side to side, using the right, maybe the left hand if you're ambidextrous. But a lot of stability, a lot of movement, so I really like doing it. And then shoulder work too. Having to actually bring your arm back and get a good wind up for your swing and follow through, this movement of going backwards really activates those upper back and posture muscles, which is great for the posture. So, we're going to do a little bit of everything in relation to pickleball today. So, arms out in front of you. Now, you're going to hold on to a band, right? You're going to have some slack coming outside the band. So, you can see I have quite a bit of slack coming outside my hands. Band is really, really tight in between my hands, and my arms are straight out in front of me. Now, if this is too much at shoulder height, you can definitely get a little lower. And you're just going to go out to the side and right back in. I don't want you to focus on bringing the band all the way into your body. I want you to really get it tight and have your hands about shoulder width apart, and then pull and go out wide and back in. Now, the reason we have our hands fairly close together before we even begin moving is because I want your tension to be really, really strong, right? So if you were to widen your hands and have it a little longer in between your hands, it's a little less tension and you're able to go a little wider, but I want more strength out of this. Just going out to the side, moving away. So I want the tension to be greater and provide more strength for your upper shoulder, upper back muscles. You should start to feel something happening around that neck, in your upper back, your shoulders. Keep your posture tall. I didn't say that, but hopefully you did it without me reminding you. And if you forgot just like I did, then it's all right. Get right into it right now. Focus on the core. Sit tall. Pull in the stomach. Just a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're going to go wide. Now I want you to go wide. So just a little wider than your shoulder width. And now we're definitely going to go really wide out to the side. Not only are you going to get that band to touch your body, but you're going to continue to move your arms back behind you. Then go forward. So we're thinking of getting a big, full range of motion and bringing those arms back. Shoulder blades are pinching together. Easy as you come forward. It's a tough move. Again, still working on those shoulders, upper body, posture muscles. You should really feel it around the deltoid, the top of your arm, which is fine. It's all relative, right? We're going to feel it where we're going to feel it. Some people will feel it in different areas. Some people might feel it in the neck. I'm not feeling it in my neck so much. I'm feeling it more in my shoulders, my upper arm. But I am feeling it there in my neck, my posture muscles up there. Not too bad, but I definitely feel my deltoids more, which is fine. It's all relative, right? You're going to feel it where you're going to feel it. Real big squeeze of the shoulder blades. Let's do 3 more. Shoulders should really be on fire. 2 more. Last one coming up. All right, take a break. Palms are going to face up. And now you're going to have the band right inside the palms, quite a bit of slack now. And your hands, arms, about shoulder width apart. Posture's real tall. Squeeze the band, make a fist. And then make sure you're wrapping that thumb over your middle finger. Right, so you're a good strong fist. Now your posture or your position with your arms is a 90-degree angle. So hold the 90 degrees in your arm move out to the side with your hands, keeping your elbows fixed in place. So we're working on some rotator cuff exercise. This is a very therapeutic move. This is great to help build shoulder stability and strength. Little external rotation that's happening in the arm, which is something that happens when you begin to wind up for your swing for pickleball. So we're going to get a lot of shoulder work and mobility. We're going to do some mobility as well. Keep the posture tall. Remember the 90 degrees in your elbows. That's the key. Your forearms should be parallel to the floor. Elbows are in tight to your ribs. And you're just moving those hands out wide and to the side. Just a couple more. Last one. All right. Go ahead and stand up. And you're going to get the band behind your body. So you got to hold on to the band, get it behind your body. We're not going to try to stretch it per se. We're just going to try to lift it away from our legs. So my hands are about shoulder width apart. You know, my hands are touching my hamstrings are a little bit outside my thighs. And my posture is really tall. Okay, my core is engaged. A little bend in the knees. From right here, you're just going to try to lift that band off your body and bring your arms straight back. And then come all the way down. Raise. Come all the way down. Keep that tall posture. Bring the arms back. Now try not to lean forward. So as you raise the arms away from your body, try not to bend forward to get extra leverage. However high up you lift the arms is fine. No big deal. Just try to get the band off your legs. Even if it's a couple inches. No big deal. You should start to feel those upper back shoulder muscles, right around the scapula, the rhomboids, trapezius, all that in and around the scapula. All those muscles should be lighting up and working, standing tall as you're working on your core. And so again, we're going to continue to work on those upper back muscles, those posture muscles, giving a little bit of strength and stability to the shoulders and to help you improve your swing, right? Your wind-up, really, is what we're trying to develop. It's important to get a good wind-up. Hand speed and core strength and stability, along with balance, are the keys to tennis and pickleball, right? Agility, moving your feet, getting in good position to wind up and swing, and that swing, that wind up is utilizing a lot of core. So let's keep this going. Posture's tall. Let's do a few more. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So to break that down, when you play pickleball, you can put the band down, but when you play pickleball, when you wind up, that movement, you're holding on to it. Your arm's already bent. You're holding on to the paddle. Right? You may be kind of waiting in your stance. You take your step back and you wind up, and already the wind up is very similar to what we did with the band, expanding or externally rotating. But you're not at a 90 degree, but you're also kind of straightening out the arm a little bit and bringing it back, just like we did when we were trying to lift the band off our body. Going out to the side. Sometimes you have to wind up a little wide and go out to the side to reach, just in case, you don't have that. Your legs aren't in a good position, but you have to reach out with your arms. So, very functional. A lot of shoulder mobility there. So, moving on. And I forgot, I am so sorry. The last mobility exercise. This is stretching. It's a big time move. Grabbing that band again. I forgot to do this one. Really wide. Going over your body and all the way back. Now, if you can't do this, and it's tough for you, and maybe you get stuck right here and you just can't raise any higher, maybe it's a problem with the shoulder, what I'm trying to do is give you mobility through the upright position of the arms. So if that's tough for you, what I would recommend is holding on to something tall, pushing out your hips, and then trying to bring your head down in between your arms. You don't need this chair here. I know you had it there, but you want to have nothing underneath your body. And then from here, palms are up, hips go down. You have a wide stance like a squat. And so this is going to help you improve your mobility so that you can bring your arms above your head. Right? So that's one way to get a good stretch if you can't do the band. Because the band is pretty much providing that stretch as you go over and back. But if that's tough for you, then I want you to do the stretch I just showed you with your hands on something tall, and you move your feet back and you drop your hips down, bringing your head down as well in between the arms. So it's just trying to give you that reach. Above the head reach mobility is really what can be problematic for some people. And so we never really, in tennis you would swing or wind up and reach overhead on the serve. But serving for pickleball is underhand, so it's fine. But even with the underhand motion, just raising the bar or raising the band up is working that same muscle that you would on the serve. And so as you go underhand and serve, you're still working that deltoid. Your palm might be facing a different direction, but that's all right. Still working on that mobility. Let's just do one more after this one. And we'll be done with the shoulders because we got a lot of work and mobility in the shoulders. And now we're going to go to agility. Agility and core. We're done with the band for sure. No more band. If you have a water bottle or a light weight, go ahead and bring that with you back to your chair. Have a seat. Very lightweight. I'm talking like a pound or two. Not very heavy at all. 1 to 2 pounds or water bottle will work just fine. I'm going to give you a front view. So, holding on to with one hand, water bottle in one hand, from right here, posture's tall, legs are out, knees are bent a little bit, heels are down. You're going to lean back, and as you lean back, you're going to reach behind you and outside. Then come back in, bring the water bottle or light weight or maybe object, bring it back to your chest, switch hands. Go to the other side, reach, come back in. So side view, we've done this move where we would come back, touch, and then come all the way up, right? We're adding the reach. So you come back and you turn and reach with one arm and bring it in. Then you go to the other side. So if the bottle's in the left hand, you turn and twist to your left. As you lean back, come back in, switch hands. So that's the challenge there, and continue to work on it, but that's the challenge. As you bring the arm out, you lean back, think about your core. This is a big time core exercise, as well as rotational movement. And we're getting the shoulder, the chest a little bit involved. And a little bit of your bicep and deltoid, the front part of your shoulder, the anterior deltoid. And so you're just moving that weight out to the side, not in one particular area, just away from your body. And as you turn, try to not lean. Don't follow the weight or the water bottle with your upper body. Don't lean to the side. Continue to twist, turn, only leaning backwards as you reach. So that's the key, right? Turn, twist, extend, go backwards, light touch on the chair if you can, and come back. If it's too much, don't go back as far, right? Lighten up your range of motion or shorten your range of motion. And continue to think about the core. Reach. If it's too much with the water bottle, put it down and just use your hand. Use your arm. And again, twist, turn, lean back. Twist, turn, lean back, and reach. So as you lean back, you reach. Come back up nice and tall. Engage your stomach. Other side. And you just keep switching. Back and forth. Just a couple more. Last one coming up. All right. Moving on. Go ahead and stand up. So, what was the point of that? How is that applicable to pickleball or tennis? Well, when you have to adjust to a ball that's coming towards you, guess what you have to do? If that ball's coming right to where you want it on your right side, you have to step back and wind up and turn and twist your body. So I was actually providing you with the upper body movement, just using your core. Leaning back, twisting. Same thing, when you twist and take a step back, you wind up, follow through. So very functional. We worked on pretty much the back half. And then a little bit of the rotation as we came in. Now we're going to apply the legs. Legs, legs, legs. All right, so let's start moving our feet. Agility. All right, multi-directional. We're going to get into all the different possible scenarios of pickleball. Okay, so from here, let's take that one step back. Now, as you take that step back, I want you to reach back, just like we did in that core exercise. My back foot is pointing out to the side, my knee is pointing out to the side, and I'm winding up. Then I come back into it, and I'm chopping my feet. Now, when we're playing pickleball, we're never chopping our feet, but I'm introducing it to you just to get a little aerobic out of it and a little more agility and ankle stability, working on your balance. Let's go to the other side. So take that step back, wind up, bring that arm back, point the knee and foot out to the side, and then follow through and come into your jogging again. And then you just go back and forth. Back and forth between the left and right side. Remember the key. When you take that step back, point the leg and toes out, push off that foot to come in. So really use your legs, right? A lot of legs, a lot of core, rotate, bend that back leg, push off and follow through. Pretend like you're swinging. So start to add that movement like you're swinging. And just keep going. Let's do one more. And now I want you to grab your water bottle again. Or very, very light weights. Remember, 1, maybe 2 pounds. This is a 32-ounce bottle. It's like 3, maybe 4 pounds. So we're going to do that same thing. I'm going to hold on with my right hand. Okay, jogging in place. Step back, wind up, follow through. And I want you to swing that weight, that water bottle through. And then as soon as you bring it through, switch hands. Start jogging. Take maybe 3 or 4 steps with the feet. Step back, wind up, follow through, bring it to the other hand. Start chopping your feet. And you just keep going. And so think about the core. Everything starts around the core. Flex the stomach. Nice and tight. Wind up, reach, swing. Come back. Other leg. Step back, wind up, bend that back leg. Swing and reach, step through. Switch hands. Same thing. Other side. Wind up, bring that arm back. Swing through. And switch hands and get right into your feet chopping. Come up. swing. And just keep going, back and forth. Let's do one more time to each side. Strong core. Last one. All right, hold on to it in one hand. We're going to keep moving our feet, only in your right hand. Take a step to your right, come back in. Take a step to your right again, come back in. We're going to do 3 more, just straight out to the right. Come back in. Again, to the right. Come back in. One more time. Out to the side, come back in. Continue to move your feet. Switch hands with the water bottle or weight. Step out, come in. Only holding on with one hand. All right, so you're having to focus on squeezing that bottle or weight. Step out, come back in. I'm going to go for 3 more. Step out, come back in. Whatever you want to do with that arm that's holding onto the water bottle is fine. Step out, come back in. If you want to reach, you can. Again, one more time, step out, come back in. Other hand. And so now we're going to definitely reach out with that arm. 5, okay? So as we step out, we reach out and come right back in. Everything's just going straight out to the side, right? Straight out to the side. We're winding up, but we're not swinging, just coming in. Just going out to the side, coming in. Straight out to the side. Swing that arm out, step sideways, come in. Again, one more time, out, in, switch hands, keep moving your feet. Left hand holding onto the water bottle. Step out to the left, bring that arm out, swing in, and keep moving your feet. Out to the side, bring in that weight, keep moving your feet. Step out, bring the weight out, and back in. Step out, bring the weight out, back in. Again, one more time, step out, straight out to the side, and back in. Keep moving. Chopping the feet. Okay, so from right here, we're going to take a step forward, little reach with the weight, come back in. Just a little step forward, reach, come back in. Right leg, right hand. Step forward, reach, come back in. Just the right side. Step with the right and reach with the right, back in. Again, step forward, bend that front leg, back in. Step forward, reach, back in. Step forward, reach, back in. Switch hands, keep moving your feet. Step forward with the left, reach, come back in. So step out with the left, reach out with the left hand, come back in. We're just stepping forward, big step, bending that front leg as you land. It's a decent step, you know, challenge yourself. You don't want to do a tiny little step. Take a pretty decent step. And really reach out. We're just trying to work on a good, quick, strong first step. The first step to any agility move is the most important. All right, so always getting a good stance, strong core, and establishing a good position is key. One more. All right, perfect. Moving along. Standing real tall, feet are about hip width apart. We're just going to start swinging. Now I'm only holding on to the weight in one hand, and I'm only going to swing one. I'm swinging from the outside of my body. Okay? Bend the knees a little. Push out your hips a little. Now notice my back is flat. I'm leaning forward from the waist, and I'm just trying to swing. Swing up, swing up. Swing up, keeping that weight to the outside. Now I want you to take a little step. Go wide, now bring the feet outside the body and bring the weight inside the body. We're still moving, right? Keeping that flat back, bending forward from the waist. Just a little bend in those knees. You can squat, it's not a problem. I want you to squat. Right, but I don't want you to do a big full-on squat, and I don't want you to bend forward too much. So it's a little bit of both. Right? Be mindful. Pay attention to your body. A little squat and a little bend forward. A little bit of both. All right, one more time. Switch hands. Let's start with our feet close together. Swinging to the outside now. Remember that flat low back. You're just leaning forward the whole time and a little bend in your knees. Keep your posture up, your core engaged, and just swing. You're not really moving your body a whole lot, mostly the arm. The body's moving a little, right? The arms moving a lot. Legs should be fairly still, shouldn't be moving too much in the torso. Now we're going to go wide, and yes, now we move everything. Bend the legs, bend forward at the waist. Really get a good squat. Not a good squat, but a decent squat. Decent bend forward. A little bit of both. All right? Keep your posture up. Swing that weight right in between the arms. All right? I have my hand behind my back to let me know that my lower back is flat, my core is engaged. It just helps me keep track of my body position. It's optional. You don't have to do it. Whatever works. And go ahead and stop. Good job. So those last moves there. Directional. Stepping out to the side, winding up. Sometimes you have to take a step forward, wind up, and swing. So that's why we did those little swings here, one arm at a time. Right, because sometimes you have to take that step forward and wind up, and guess what? We're bringing our arm back and swinging forward. And we're doing just like we did when we had that band behind our body, bringing those arms back. Similar. Winding up with the weight in our hand, swinging, winding up, going backwards. So I was trying to recreate similar movements and similar planes of motion to help improve your agility, your swing, your balance, your posture, all of it. Have a seat. Let's finish with our core. Core, core, core. We're almost done. Last thing we do, legs are extended out. Bring those arms out in front of you. Start to lean back. Your hips are close to the edge of your chair. All right. Lean back, engage your core, go back as far as you can, comfortably, without low back discomfort, all right? But also keeping the heels down and the core engaged. Arms are out in front of you. And just hold. If this is easy for you, bring the arms up above your head. And you let me know how easy it is now, because this should have really taken it to another level. You should really feel that core engagement now. Now, if you brought up your arms but your lower back started to hurt, get a little taller and maybe bring your arms down just a little. Kind of find that happy medium, okay? Pay attention to your body and make adjustments. Modify your position based on how you feel. And if you feel great and this is working and you're feeling it, then you are there. Stay with me for another 15 seconds and then we are done. Almost there. 5 more seconds. And we are all done. Whew, good job. Nice work. Very functional. Good pickleball stuff for you to work on for your technique.